update. We're tracking a mass shooting at Willie's Bar and Grill on St. Helena Island. We now have images showing that scene overnight. You can see a large emergency response here. And here's what we know so far. We know that 4 people are dead, 4 are in critical condition, and at least 20 others have been injured. WJCL 22 News' Grace Rodriguez is live at Willie's Bar and Grill where the shooting happened early this morning. You've been out there nearly all day now, Grace. What can you tell us about what the scene looks like today?
Thank you, Lydia. And that's true. We've been here for a few hours now. We've seen, cups on the ground, things, personal belongings like eyeglasses, earrings on the ground. We've even seen some blood on the floor. The shooting happened right here where I'm standing, just outside of the restaurant. Now, I've spoken to Willie's owner, Willie himself. This is what he had to say.
In the day, I'm thankful for everybody who walked away. I'm thankful for everybody who's alive, who is safe, and we just gotta come together, and support each other at this time. I mean, it's kind of what makes or breaks community. It's something that it's happened. It's horrible, but we gotta find a way to make good of it. To make it better than how we found it, and just gotta find a way to work together and make tomorrow better.
You can forget it, Willie. You can forget it because the community don't love you, bro. The community don't love you. They don't respect your establishment. They don't look at you to support you and to say, hey, you giving jobs and you put your hard-earned sweat and tears into it. They don't have no respect for you. They don't care. They'll tear your stuff up. They'll ruin the reputation. They'll make it to where people will say, oh, man, that's a death trap and all of that, because you can't really come back from that. You don't know how many tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever it was that he put into it. And now, you know what I'm saying, he's sitting there saying, oh, man, we got to come together or whatever. You can forget it, bro. You can forget it, because it's a reason why we say black fatigue. It's a reason why I say you ain't never got to worry about anybody outside of your community coming in and having a conversation about what's best for your community or helping you, unless you're Trump, right? Because Trump is saying, yo, I want to come in and fix certain communities, DC, Memphis, Chicago, so on and so forth, maybe even Oakland. Oakland may be too far gone. But it's a reason why you don't ever have to worry about it, because we know that the culture, not even black people, because black people are respectable, but the culture will come and destroy itself. It eats its own and they destroy their own. So now you have 4 people injured, you have 4 people in critical condition, and 20 people, others wounded and shot. They didn't even used to classify this type of thing as a mass shooting. They used to just be like, you know what, that's just normal. Drive-by shootings, get into it, somebody beefing, gang culture, whatever it was that we celebrated and we promoted in the music, we promoted it on social media, we promoted it on the culture. We've just now starting to get the designation of mass shootings. Just now recently started to get the definition of mass shootings applied to the black culture and what we see is celebrated the most, but obviously we all know that it's wrong. I feel for him. I feel for the victims. It's very unfortunate. And this is why I am very careful. This is why I always avoid problematic situations and areas and things that I know that it's not going to be best for me or my family or conducive for the people that surround me in my life, because nobody cares anymore. And at any point, it could be up. At any point, it could be up.
Now, in these past few hours of just being here on this scene, we've seen people come in and out just to come pick up their cars. People who were here last night who left their cars when they fled the scene, coming to pick them up to get everything ready. Lydia, back to you.
And Grace, I'll ask you more about those people. We know a little bit more about it today, that it was an alumni event for a school. Tell us about who was there. And one of the reasons that the restaurant owner there got emotional is because he knew one of them, right?
Right. Yeah. One of those victims in this shooting was the bodyguard. Now that bodyguard was the owner's family friend who he had just spoken to a couple nights before the shooting took place.
Grace, thank you so much for that live report. We now want to go to WJCL 22 News' Sabrina Lee, who is live outside of Beaufort Memorial in our team coverage here. Sabrina, you've been in Beaufort Memorial many different times. This is a very different situation now. Tell us what it looks like. What do you know about those that are being treated there?
Yeah, Lydia, like you said, I was actually here at Beaufort Memorial just a few days ago doing your standard run-of-the-mill story, and I'm going to be honest, I've been parked across the street from Beaufort Memorial for a couple hours, several hours now, and the scene looks completely normal. And I'm actually going to ask my photographer if he could pan out a little bit so we can see a little bit more of that wide shot. It looks like general run-of-the-mill business as usual from the outside of Beaufort Memorial. Now, I do want to say, now we do know that 4 of those critically injured patients were taken from scene by Beaufort County Emergency Medical Services. And now what we do not know if they were actually taken here at Beaufort Memorial. I have been in contact with the hospital, and they have stated that they are not allowed to release any information or status or condition updates or confirm whether or not they received patients from this shooting on St. Helena without the full identification of the patient with their name. Lydia?
And yes, of course, hospitals can't speak specifically on individual cases here, but we know that some showed up because of that EMS after the shooting, but some actually came themselves. I mean, speak about, what that must have been like at the hospital.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. And the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office did put out in their press statement earlier today that, yes, those 4 critically injured patients were transported to a hospital by EMS, but patients continued to show up throughout the evening, overnight, to multiple area hospitals, possibly urgent cares, emergency centers, hospitals, clinics. We really don't know the extent of what this could be or the extent of their injuries at this time. And it's very possible that there are multiple people being treated for injuries related to this shooting beyond just those 4 critically injured patients. Lydia.
So much for that.
Again, it's very unfortunate because most of the time, in most instances, we don't know if the gunman is still at large. We don't know if the person that was doing the shooting is in the hospital. Nobody knows anything. A lot of times, if you go into other cultures and in other communities, they hunt that person down and they already releasing the photos of the person that did all of the shooting. You don't know if it's a crossfire, if it was a gang shooting. You don't know what was going on. They saying that it was it doesn't even matter. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. Ain't y'all tired? Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of being a punching bag? Aren't you tired of when it's a group of people and you don't want to be stereotyped, but stereotypes are earned, they aren't given. When it's a group of people, sometimes that look like you have to be a little bit more on top of things because you know that it's a possibility for it to go left. Isn't it unfortunate? This should not be a thing. It shouldn't always be, it's a you thing or it's a them thing or any of that other type of stuff. But it's always that. It's usually that. Why? Because people don't respect other people and they want to see chaos and confusion and anger and evilness and ugliness and all of that other type of stuff. And people don't care. They don't respect other people's stuff. They don't respect the hard-earned work that it took for you to put stuff into your business and all of that. And they're indiscriminate. They'll shoot your stuff up. They'll shoot their stuff up. And they'll shoot everybody else. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Prayers up for the families. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love y'all. Appreciate you. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.